A warm welcome to all of you. Today we are discussing endocrine system part 2. In the last video we discussed the introduction of endocrine system and one of the endocrine gland, that is adrenal gland. In this video we are discussing two endocrine glands, pancreas and thyroid gland. Yes, first we can go through pancreas. Pancreas, also known as heterocrine gland, because it has an endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. Endocrine gland means ductless gland. Then exocrine gland means there is duct. That gland has duct. A special group of hormone secreting cells. Here you can see a special group of hormone secreting cells are there in pancreas. This special group of cells we call it as islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans produces different types of hormones. These here you can see, this is islets of Langerhans that consist of different types of cells, special group of hormone secreting cells. Then these special group of cells produces different types of hormones. It produces mainly three types of hormones. Three hormones: insulin, glucagon, somatostatin. Insulin produced from beta cells. Here you can see, yes, there are different types of cells are present in islets of Langerhans. Insulin produced from beta cells. Yes, this is beta cell. Then insulin produced from beta cells. Another one, glucagon. Glucagon is another hormone. Glucagon produced from alpha cells. Here you can say this is yes, you can see that this is alpha cell. Then glucagon produced from alpha cells. Another one, somatostatin. Somatostatin is another hormone produced from delta cell. Then delta cells produces somatostatin, alpha cells produces glucagon, then beta cells produces insulin. But in your syllabus this somatostatin is not there, only two hormones you have to study. Pancreas has a special group of hormone secreting cells are there. These hormone secreting cells are called islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans consist of different types of cells: beta cells, alpha cells, delta cells, etc. Then each type of cells produces different types of hormones. Yes. Example, beta cells. Beta cells produces insulin. Insulin is a very important hormone produced from beta cells present in islets of Langerhans of pancreas. Yes. Then what is the major function of insulin? Very important. It checks the rise of sugar level in the blood. Insulin checks the rise of sugar level in the blood or control the rise of sugar level in the blood. How to control? Yes, insulin promotes glucose utilization by the body cells. Insulin promotes the body cells to utilize glucose. Then in another way, it stimulates the deposition of extra glucose in the blood as glycogen in the liver and muscles. Suppose in our blood extra glucose is there, yes, then it will store as glycogen in the liver and muscles with the help of insulin. Hyposecretion or insufficient secretion of insulin causes diabetes. That we call it as diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus or hyperglycemia is due to hyposecretion or insufficient secretion of insulin. Here you can see, this is normal blood glucose, but if there is insufficient secretion of insulin, yes, our blood contain more or high concentration of sugar. Then that condition we call it as hyperglycemia, high concentration of sugar in the blood. Or we can say diabetes mellitus. What is that? Diabetes mellitus means passage of excess sugar in the urine. Urine contain more excess amount of sugar. The symptoms of hyperglycemia. Feels thirsty because of the loss of water through too much urination. Loses weight and becomes weaker and weaker. In certain cases, the person loses eyesight or vision. These symptoms are there. We can undergo medical checkup and we can check out blood or urine. What are the symptoms of hypersecretion or oversecretion of insulin? Due to hypersecretion of insulin, sugar level in the blood is lowered. Sugar level compared to the normal level, the sugar level in the blood is lowered. That condition is called hypoglycemia. Very important. Yes, hypoglycemia. In this case, brain may enter the state of coma. Because the sugar level is too low, brain may enter the state of coma because brain cells are not getting enough glucose for metabolic activities. Then another important term you have to remember, insulin shock. Yes, insulin shock you can see in diabetic patients. An overdose of insulin given to a diabetic patient, the patient may become unconscious. You know that, yes, what is the function of insulin? Insulin promotes the glucose utilization by the body cell. Then this diabetic patient is getting overdose of insulin. Then that patient may become unconscious. That is called insulin shock or hypoglycemia. And a prompt bite of sweet biscuits or sugar candy is helpful for that patient. That is to recover that state. Glucagon is another hormone produced from pancreas. Which cell produces glucagon? Yes, alpha cells of islets of Langerhans. Alpha cells present in islets of Langerhans produces glucagon. What is the major function of glucagon? Glucagon regulates blood sugar level. How it will regulate? It stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in the liver to glucose. Here you know that, yes, the storage form of glucose in animals that is glycogen. Where it will store? This glycogen will store in the liver, right? Then this glucagon stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in the liver to glucose. Then when it will stimulate, if there is any deficiency of glucose in the blood, then this glucagon stimulates what? Stimulates the breakdown of glycogen in the liver to glucose. Thus raises the sugar level. It raises the sugar level in the blood. The other type of endocrine gland, that is thyroid gland. Two major types of endocrine glands we already discussed. They are adrenal gland and pancreas. The adrenal gland we already discussed in the last video. Then pancreas we discussed just now, right? Then the next type of endocrine gland, that is thyroid gland. Where is it located? It is located in front of the neck. just below the larynx. Here you can see larynx or voice box. Then thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is located just below the larynx. Here you can see. What is the structure of thyroid gland? Thyroid gland is a bilobed structure, bilobed butterfly shaped structure, right? The two lobes are joined by narrow isthmus. The two lobes are joined by narrow isthmus. Yes, there are two main hormones are there, is produced from thyroid gland. Thyroid gland secretes two major hormones. What are they? Thyroxin and calcitonin. It's very important, thyroxin and calcitonin, but calcitonin is not in your syllabus. Calcitonin is not there, but you have to learn thyroxin. It's very important. Thyroxin is a very important hormone produced from thyroid gland. What is the major functions of thyroxin? Is first function, it regulates the basal metabolism. What is the meaning of that? That is the rate of cellular oxidation resulting in heat production at rest. The next point, it influences the general growth of the body. Then it influences or regulates ossification of bones. We can say, what is ossification? Ossification means formation of bones. Bone formation, we call it as ossification. In the last video, you heard that term, you learned that term osteoporosis, right? How many of them is remembering that? Osteoporosis. What is the meaning of osteoporosis? Osteoporosis means bones become brittle or weak. Yes, that is the symptom of Cushing's syndrome. Cushing's syndrome, right? This is ossification. Don't confuse with that. Ossification means formation of bones. Then the next one, body temperature. It regulates body temperature. Then it stimulates or regulates mental development. What will happen if there is less secretion of thyroxin? Or we can say hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism or under secretion of thyroxin. Insufficient secretion of thyroxin may lead to three conditions. Mainly three major conditions due to hypothyroidism or under secretion of thyroxin. Is simple goiter, cretinism, MYXOEDEMA. These are the three conditions due to insufficient secretion of thyroxin. Very important. Hyposecretion of thyroxin or hypothyroidism. Due to hypothyroidism, three major conditions we can see in human beings. Simple goiter, cretinism, MYXOEDEMA. The condition due to insufficient secretion of thyroxin, that is called simple goiter. How you can find out the person is having simple goiter? Yes, you can see you can visible as swelling in the neck, right? Then this means enlargement of thyroid gland. If you compare the normal thyroid gland and the enlarged thyroid gland, yes, the enlargement of thyroid gland visible as swelling in the neck. Yes, this is due to enlargement of thyroid gland is happening due to insufficient quantity of iodine food. Then for the production of thyroxin, which element is very essential? Iodine. Iodine is very essential. Then if there is less amount of iodine or there is insufficient quantity of iodine food, due to that is what will occur? Simple goiter. Then this iodine food is deficient for the people, those who are living in the hilly area. Then we can say, yes, those who are living in the hilly area, we can see, commonly we can see simple goiter. The another condition due to insufficient secretion of thyroid gland or hypothyroidism is cretinism. Due to hypothyroidism, defective development or early atrophy or degeneration of thyroid gland, that is called cretinism. Due to hypothyroidism, degeneration of thyroid gland or defective development of thyroid gland. This you can see mainly in children. This affects the growth of the children. Then the children showing dwarfism and mental retardation. Very important. The children showing dwarfism and mental retardation. Then name the condition, that is cretinism. MYXOEDEMA is a condition due to undersecretion of thyroxin or hypothyroidism. Due to hypothyroidism, that means is hyposecretion of thyroxin. It is a condition that affects an adult. If his thyroid gland does not function properly, which condition will occur? MYXOEDEMA. This you can see in adult. The person becomes sluggish with swelling of the face. Here you can see face and hands. That condition is called MYXOEDEMA, that you can see in adult. Hyperthyroidism or oversecretion of thyroxin. Excess secretion of thyroxin causes exophthalmic goiter. What are the symptoms of exophthalmic goiter? Increase in metabolic rate, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, eyes are protruded. Here you can see eyes are protruded. Then forms a goiter in the neck. These are the symptoms of exophthalmic goiter. Another type of goiter is there, that is symbol goiter. How to differentiate exophthalmic goiter and symbol goiter? Yes, in exophthalmic goiter, eyes are protruded. Yes, in both the cases, goiter in the neck, enlargement of thyroid gland is there, that goiter is there. But how to differentiate exophthalmic goiter and symbol goiter? Yes, invisible symptoms. In exophthalmic goiter, eyes are protruded. Then exophthalmic goiter is due to hyperthyroidism, but symbol goiter is due to hypothyroidism. Revision, exam based questions and answers. Name the following. First one, a gland having endocrine as well as exocrine function. Pancreas. The condition that affects the growth of a child shows dwarfism and mental retardation due to hypothyroidism. Cretinism. The condition shows swelling in the face and hands and sluggishness due to hypothyroidism. That is MYXOEDEMA. The condition showing protruding eye, that causes due to hyperthyroidism, that is exophthalmic goiter. Answer the following. The disease caused due to the deficiency of iodine. Symbol goiter. Name the cell that produces insulin. Beta cell. Name the group of cells that produces hormones in pancreas. Islets of Langerhans. A heterocrine gland. Pancreas. Name the hormones produced from different gland or cell. Beta cell of pancreas produces insulin. Thyroid gland produces thyroxin and calcitonin. Alpha cell of pancreas produces which hormone? Glucagon. Adrenal medulla produces adrenaline. Adrenal cortex produces cortisone. Right. Then which is the emergency hormone? Adrenaline. This we already learned in the last video, right? Adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex is all from is which gland? Adrenal gland. We learned that in the last video. Okay, thank you children. Have a nice day. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. If you like my channel, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.